Hi, it's Zobor975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Xbox One. Today I've got a fun, meandering, crazy video for you. But anytime TOC get tied up in my content, it always tends to be a little bit more crazy than normal. So, my night started off reasonably sensibly. I went to Seoul to Pyro. Now, while I was in Seoul, this guy was in system. Now, I wanted revenge on him because about a week ago, or a little bit longer ago than that, probably by the time the video comes out, he chased me out of Seoul in a Corvette while I was in a Cobra Mark IV. I put up a bit of a fight, but basically as soon as he interdicted me, I was like, I'm jumping out. I'm going to hit him with a few missiles, have a pass, and then just go. There's not much I can do Cobra Mark IV versus Corvette. So I said, next time I see him, I'm going to grab a PvP ship, I'm going to have a fight. So I came down here, saw he was in an FDL, so grabbed my FDL, came down, challenged him to a 1v1. He said that ship wasn't PvP ready, and he went off to get another ship. And then we had this 1v1. And when he turned up in this, I said, what is that? It had 5 railguns on it. I'm in a ship that melts its own modules, so the last thing I want to see in a ship that basically should last a while with its shields gone is 5 railguns. Now, I'm not accusing him of grabbing a counter build because, let's face it, I grabbed a counter build when I saw he was in an FDL, so that would be hypocritical for me. I saw him in an FDL and I was like, yeah, I reckon my Beam de Lance can take that, so I'll grab my Beam de Lance. It's probably the best pick. Plus my Rambo had not got the jump range to get over here in time. So I grabbed the Beam de Lance, came down, challenged him to a 1v1. He switched ships into this beast of a thing, and it worked really well against me. It threw me off totally. I just struggled to put any damage into it, so I take it he's got really good resistances for thermal on there. Not sure, but it was a beast of a hull tank, and I had struggles chewing through it before he took out my drives himself with his railguns. I should have targeted modules way earlier. There's a lot of things I should have done in this fight, which I don't do, but it was fun. It was a good encounter, and I had absolutely no issue with the way things panned out. I got outflown and outfought in a 1v1. Happens all the time. I'm not very good. We know this. I am the gimbal scrub. So, nothing new. I was thinking, well, I could always go down QBO and harass the blue hairs, or I could go grab another ship and come back and try again. Maybe the Rambo. Maybe move my fleet carrier closer so I can get my Rambo over, or take the pill and do the 5 jumps to get my Rambo from where my carrier was parked to Seoul. One of those things. But I, didn't have to take any changes because I got this message during the fight from Atomic Tom of TOC. Now, for those of you who don't know, TOC is Time of Chaos. They are frenemies of the Dark Marauders. We've always been friends with TOC lot, but they will kill us, like, as soon as look at us. Especially me. I used to be a trader for the first few years I played Elite Dangerous. I just flew a Type 7 in open and didn't really do PvP in any way, shape or form. So I'm very used to running from TOC. TOC are a ganker griefer group, but they're fun guys. They're honest griefers. They will kill you for no reason, but they won't hound you, harass you, or bully you out of the game. One of the things that TOC do is they keep count of the commanders they've killed via FDev. They apply to find out how many commanders they killed. And the interesting thing is, it only counts as if each commander only counts once. So there's no point in them killing you multiple times. They actually don't care about killing you multiple times. They just want to kill you once, because that's the one that counts for their stats. It's an interesting little sidebar, because we're trying to work out how many times I've been killed and which members of TOC have killed me, because probably all of them, but I'm not 100% sure. So as this 1v1's fading out, as my ship's just falling apart, cooking myself and having a railgun ship blast me away, it was painful. I probably should have tanked. There's a lot of things I did wrong in this 1v1. Real super lot of things I did wrong in this 1v1. But Congratulations to the commander for winning the 1v1. It was an awesome fight, and he was very kind. He was nice enough to provide the footage of him killing me, which is great because I do prefer to see it from the other angle. I did try and reboot and repair, but with 5 railguns with super pen, I would assume some of them have. Yeah, I was not getting my modules back for more than the briefest of moments, so it was all fun. And that name is really annoying, ThinnamanThwirl. CMDR but with TH. It's an awkward one to pronounce. I didn't really know where to go with that one. But yeah, so as you can see, 5 railguns. So hey ho, I brought a glass cannon to a 1v1 and I got beat. Happens, it's all good fun. Now this obviously means that I did not get my vengeance, but vengeance shall be mine. Now how do I go about getting vengeance? Well, luckily for me, Danger and Atomic Tom with TOC were hunting for people. They messaged me while I was in Seoul because they saw I was over there and wanted to know what was going on in Seoul. When I woke up at the Pillar of Fortitude, they'd already arrived in Seoul, and they were looking for people to kill. They invited me into Wing and invited me into Party, at which point my night descended into absolute and utter chaos. I ended up getting back to Seoul in time to join in on the fight with a Corvette. Then a Wing jumped in on us and the fight continued and went on for ages. It was really good fun. Both Danger and Tom were a little bit gazeboed. They both play drunk on a regular basis, and Atomic Tom has actually done Facebook posts saying about how it's unfair that all these sober commanders pick on them when they're really, really pickled. But that's TOC. As to party chat with TOC, you'll notice a lot of this will be muted. I can't really play a lot of the party chat with TOC. I play snippets, but I can't play a lot of it. They are a bit crazy. They are a bit fun. And I'm in the Beam de Lance, which I think it was Cake Palm who was the one that said basically it's me peeing on people because I use yellow beams. Which will forever be, this will always be the Beam de Lance that pees on people. But yeah, whenever TOC get involved in my evenings, they always take a turn, and I'm never sure which way that's going to go. It's always fun, and it's always silly. They are a wonderful group of gankers. Now, there's no way I can take responsibility and say that I got TOC to enact revenge for me. I may have tried to encourage it, but it was already happening before I actually got into their party chat. They'd already come to Seoul, they'd already started attacking this guy before I got there. The only thing I did in the slightest to direct them was while we were chatting, and after this ship dies, we had to choose a next target, and I may have pushed them towards the shieldless Challenger, knowing they were pack-hounded up. I may have pushed them towards making that decision to help me get my revenge. But that's it. A little push, and that's all. This was happening whether I was here or not.
He wants to go.
He doesn't highway because he's a bitch. 5%.
Killed him.
Oh, he's dead.
I killed him. Right, here's the other guy.
Right, here's the purple motherfucker. Yeah, let's get the purple one. Oh, there's two purple ones.
No, the Anaconda. Where's the Anaconda one? Where's the shieldless one? Is there a shieldless one? Oh, yes.
So that was me gently nudging Danger towards the shieldless ship rather than the Anaconda, because that's the ship that I wanted to kill. But that was it. That was my entire input into the strategy of the fight, because there's no way someone like me gets to tell these two boys what they're actually doing. They do whatever they want, whenever they want, however they want. That's the TOC way. It's time of chaos. They very much do whatever they feel like doing. I got heavily focused in this fight. As you can see, I'm camping 4 pips. There's a lot of red I'm being shot by a wide variety of ships, but I'm quite happy about that because I'm drawing fire away from the 2 bi-weave crates. I believe they were both in bi-weave crates, both the TOC guys. They're usually proponents of small ships. In fact, after this fighting we went off and had some silliness in small ships, and then I got a message from Atomic Tom the next day asking me what actually happened. So yeah, because he wasn't quite sure. He wasn't quite sure of all the events of the night before. So I really enjoy flying with these guys. It's so stupid and so silly. It's so much fun. They are crazy to get in a party chat with. They're great fun to fight against and to fight with. I never mind fighting against them, even though I do get killed on a regular basis. I did find this really funny though, because I'm being really heavily focused in this fight. This is me pulling one of the cutters away and then slipping past it to sneak back in just to attack the Challenger. But I'm being heavily focused, but which is a bit odd considering if we were dogs, this is how dangerous a canine I would be in terms of a PvP combatant. You know, I'm not a PvP combatant or a dangerous commander. I am not. You know, I'm the space trucking pirate that occasionally does a bit of PvP. You know, I do win some fights, but I'm not any great shakes. Whereas the 2 gentlemen I'm winged with are straight up savage, vicious, murdering psychopaths that will really just enjoy and relish killing you. Yeah. I'm just pulling that thing out of the combat for a little bit because it was doing my head in. They would be, in terms of canines, yeah, I would say wolves, but because they're drunk and they laugh so much, I'm going with hyenas. They may get offended by that, but definitely they spend too much time laughing for me not to make the comparison with hyenas. But they are certainly way more deadly and dangerous than me in combat. And they were both in bi-weave ships, so I was really surprised because even though my glass cannon is a glass cannon, when I want it to be quite tough, I can camp 4 pips to shields and take an awful lot of punishment, which I did for most of this fight, only switching it to glass cannon mode now that the chieftain's significantly weakened, that I can help on the kill on that. I then nipped out for a cheeky reboot and repair, which was very cheeky. I then come back into the fight, at which point the guys are declaring they're going to escape because the other side have started rotating ships back into the fight. Also, I mean, the guys are in bi-weave crates. We'd been in an instance for a long time with Anaconda and a cutter, adding extra firepower in. I also thought I saw other ships in there. I mean, there seems to be a lot of ships shooting at me at this point, and as you can see, I've gone back to camping 4 pips to shields. I am kind of amazed that I ended up being focused for this amount of time. It may have been they were going for the easy kill first because that would make sense, but overall I do a good job of just leading cutters away and keeping rotating back in, managing to do damage in bursts where I can, and then slipping away. I even managed to get out and do a cheeky reboot and repair, but by the time I come back in, the numbers are taking their toll, and Tom's nearly dead, and we decide to vacate. At that point, I'm going to switch to the TOC party chat, just to show that they were a little bit worse for wear, and they may not have been aware that we killed 2 ships. It's quite a fun audio clip. You can't hear me, but you can hear them, and you get the gist of what I'm saying, which is like, no guys, we killed 2. We did kill the Corvette as well, but it was a fun evening of TOC craziness. Like I say, after this I spent the entire evening with them messing around in small ships, being blasted by 4 shell cannons and ramming people and being rammed and having general silliness and fun. I do cut the bit out where I go out for a cheeky reboot and repair, but as I come back in I switch onto the party chat, so language warning, but you'll see what I mean. It's a fun party chat with TOC.
A few moments later.
The other guy's back.
Oh, I've lost shields.
Right, we need to lose. We need to leave.
Yeah, I'm off.
Fucking leave.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, leave. Bye-bye.
I'm FE off and like everything's I'm at 80% hot. Oh, I'm gonna die. 16.
I'm out.
15. How many actions is percent I'm running? Yep. 13%. I'm cooking like fuck. 9%. Kill silent run. It's gonna be close. 7%. 6%. I'm at like 4 bars of charging. I'm gonna go back to invisible again because this is not going well. No shit, I got out. I got no idea how to handle that. Shit, I'm not even wanting this.
Sounds like you need to try harder.
I just left as well, mate, again. And I'm gonna properly fucking leave this time. Yes, I can't believe we killed someone. Yay, that was fun. That's the first bit of fun I've had in Elite in fucking ages, by the way.
Are you kidding me? I am blind drunk. I have no idea how many people we killed there.
Oh, it was one, wasn't it? I think it was just that fucking... Was it?
No.
Oh, yeah! Caught that as well, didn't he? Yeah.
You gotta
Alright.
remember that I was already on fucked up hull